I'm going with. But once again, that's a wash. Both of these guys are incredible. So even if Weirman wins a few more draws than LaSala, he's capable of putting up some points, as is Weirman. And then I think that in the end, defensively is where Maryland has the true edge. I think they have a true edge in cage. I think they have a true edge, slight edge defensively, because I think their defensive midfield depth is better than Virginia's. So I think in the end, Maryland's obviously the favorite. I mean, you're stupid if you don't believe that, but I think if anybody in this tournament has a chance to beat them that's left right now, I think it's Virginia. I think that, and especially because Virginia gets streaky. We know Virginia's streaky because we've seen them through the season have games where they play insane. Where, let's see here, they beat they beat Notre Dame, great game, but then they turn around and lose to Richmond. I mean, that's the definition of streaky right there. Then they lose to Duke. Who knows? But I hope to God that I'm rooting for Virginia to beat Maryland. And this is not any knock against Maryland. Ted Rainville II, I am sorry. It's not a knock against you. It's just I watch a boatload of Virginia lacrosse. I watch a boatload of Maryland lacrosse. But, ACC. If I had to pick between the two teams, while I like them both, I'm going to end up picking Virginia. The rules don't allow you enough polls. That's true. So that's that. Let's see how many subscribers we are over 10,000, because the problem with this is going to be by the end of this show, I'm at 10,000 on the dot. I'm going to lose like a subscriber or two tomorrow, and I'm going to go back below 10,000 again for a couple of days. So we'll probably have to do another episode to get me back over 10,000 again, but that's probably enough. Voiles, I love Schellenberger, so I want to see him make some magic happen. I love Schellenberger because I think he truly is, by the end, I think he's probably the best all-around player in the country. It's just he's young. He was injured and banged up this year, but just to see what he did in the last tournament and to see him start this tournament that way, on the road, as the underdog, or even though I think it was stupid to call him the underdog, he kind of was. But that's what I'm thinking, user experience. User experience says Virginia Tech can handle their matchups for sure, and that's what I'm saying. As good as Maryland's defense is, what other teams have 3 attackmen and 3 mids that can hang with that Maryland defense all across the board? Like, what team can put 6 guys on the field that are as good as Maryland's top 6 guys on offense? I think Virginia's the only team that can say that. I even think defensively, what team can put 3 poles on the field that are the least outmatched by the 3 starting poles that Maryland puts on the field? I think Virginia is one of those teams. Georgetown was the team before that, but they, and even though those poles played well offensively, Georgetown couldn't put it together, whereas I think Virginia will. Improve themselves. So I think that's a big deal. All right, so what are we going to do here? We have to give a t-shirt out before I quit here. I've already been rambling now for 58 minutes. So, oh man, Ted Rainville. And it's right now, I'm going to be honest, it's between Ted Rainville and who was the other guy? It was O'Hara, right? All right, we're going to do this. Can't decide. This is tough. This is tough. All right, let's see here. If anybody is still even tuned in and paying attention, why don't you guys help me out? Do you think that Rainville getting my 10,000th subscriber because he told his brother to subscribe deserves the shirt? Or do we think that O'Hara's question that I was impressed with deserves the shirt here? Let's get into the D2 and the D3 schedules real quick. Maybe you guys can chirp in, help me make the decision, but I'm going to try to decide to go here. I tell you what, I would end up giving you both one, but that's like $100 worth of crap, and even though I love people, it's not worth $100 worth of shirts here for that. I was planning on selling them both, but I'm going to at least give one out. Games this weekend, D3, RIT against Bowdoin. Have these two faced each other yet? I don't want to spill my beer. Nope. Does not look like they have faced each other yet. Oh, man. I think RIT's probably going to win. Who'd Bowdoin beat to get here? Bowdoin ended up having to beat St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence was a tough team, too. I like RIT in this. I'm not even trying to make predictions overall. I don't know enough about D3 this season to know. Christopher Newport, man, CNU coming out of nowhere. They've been solid for a bunch of years now, but for them to have the success they've had this year, that was pretty sweet. They take on York. Union is the Cinderella team, I think, here this year. They've just had a hell of a season here in upstate New York, 16-2. Their only loss is coming to RIT and to St. Lawrence, but they've got a win over Tufts. I watched that game. They beat Tufts 17-12 on the road. That was a big one. They beat St. Lawrence. you know, they've played some really tough lacrosse. They ended up beating RPI, Ithaca.
Time doesn't heal.
So yeah, Union, that's a great story here. And then you look at these attacks. Three attack, Peter Burns, 77 points, Faye and McCann, 60 and 59 respectively. That's why they're tearing it up and why they're 16 and 2 right now. So a hell of a job there. And then we got Salisbury. That's going to be a hell of a game here, man. The 3 o'clock game on this day, Salisbury and Tough. And notice the D3. Granted, they play 2 games at a time here. 12 o'clock, 3 and 3. But notice their games are staggered because they're not morons like the Division II schedule makers here. So Salisbury and Tough, that's probably going to be the game of the weekend. Although I had said the first round of the D3 tournament is a shit show, and you end up having a bunch of blowouts. You end up seeing some incredible games in the conference tourney side of things for D3, especially as you get to the semis and the finals. But this is going to be a great round of lacrosse right here, and the Final Four for D3 is going to be an absolute like dogfight, especially this season. I think this is one of those years where, granted, you have your couple of favorites here. I think RIT, Christopher Newport, and Salisbury are right up there in terms of the favorites, and you got Tufts, always tough. But like, I think this is one of those years where it's like any of these teams are probably capable of winning a title depending on the day, which I don't think is always the case at the D3 level. And then D2, this is all we got left. Tampa at Limestone at Tampa, and Lemoyne at Mercy. All of them are playing here. All right, let's see. Don't pay Drew. Keep rooting for the Hop. Yeah, but plenty of other teams with a bunch of transfers and 9th-year grad students. All right, we're going with Dan Voiles. You help me decide. The thought-provoking question should get the price, and I'm going to end up giving the shirt to O'Hara. Teddy, though, I'll hit you up with a free T-shirt, so just hit me with... O'Hara, if you're still listening, and listen, Teddy Rainville, because he's here to the end, if you're still here and you hear this, and O'Hara never follows up with me, the shirt's yours. I'll send Rainville a T-shirt if O'Hara does follow up. If O'Hara doesn't follow up, Rainville, you'll get to pick the color and you'll get the shirt. So Rainville, hit me up on like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever. I just need an address and a size of a T-shirt. The T-shirts that I have here on hand are just what are they? The Gildan, like the classic Gildan tee. So the size is very normal. So whatever your normal T-shirt size is, send me that size. That shirt will fit you. And then O'Hara, same thing. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, wherever. And I just need an address. And the size doesn't matter. The size is XL, so you don't get to pick a size for these things, but pick the color. So O'Hara, pick the color, green or white, and get me your address, and I'll ship that off to you too. But guys, let's see where we ended the show at. We ended the show at 10,000 even. So like I said, I will probably dip down below that here a couple of times, but hey, it's the first time I've gotten to see five digits on my subscriber count, and most of you guys that are here right now are guys that have been following me for at least 2 years or so. So as I always say, and I get a little sappy, I can't thank you all enough for actually people listening to me. It still blows my mind that anyone is willing to listen to me ramble about lacrosse like you guys have been. And I feel like I've been off my game this year. This year, I ended up having heart problems at the beginning of the season due to either COVID or the booster or whatever. So that kind of put me down for about 2 months of the season. Started at the beginning of January and it led into March. I was still having some serious issues, so that screwed me up. And then just being tired and playing catch-up work-wise. I feel like I've been less prepared for every episode. I haven't done nearly the job I think I have in previous seasons of doing a good job of really dissecting the games. I think I've kind of flown by the seat of my pants a great deal this season. So which makes me all the more thankful, though, that people have been able to, continue to tune in despite the fact I feel like I have not done a great job this season. So, but the goal being, I'm back to healthy, back from vacation, caught up with work, and I will do a killer shot here between this Thursday show where we really go into the games in depth in terms of previewing everything. I will murk it on Sunday's show, and I might even try to bump Sunday's show to Monday so I can do the whole thing. We'll see how that goes. And just my schedule. I always tell you guys, hey, I'll be back on Thursday, and I don't come back. So I always appreciate that you guys don't give me a ton of shit for just breaking my schedule and not showing up. And you guys at least always tune in on Sunday. I've been trying to make sure I'm always here on Sunday morning for everybody. So again, thank you from the bottom of my heart for listening to me ramble about the sport of lacrosse. We're going to do a boatload of PLL crap here coming up this season, so I am going to cover for the PLL. I'm going to become a Chaos fan. I'm going to buy a jersey and a hat and try to do the whole thing this year. I actually have maybe a co-host to talk about PLL lacrosse and a couple of other guests locally here that I'm going to have come on. So I'm actually going to try to get into this off season doing more two-man shows, and I'm going to try to do some more interviews here this season. The guy that we got to get on and everyone needs to harass for me is what am I talking about? I just totally lost my train of thought here. You can tell I've been rambling for an hour and I've had too many beers here. So that is it. I'm going to get the hell out of here. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for helping me get to 10,000 subscribers. And as I always say, Boost is out.
Fool me once, now just rewind. Go! Surprise! Ekko! Step right up! Never had luck. Never needed it. Let's make them notice. Come get me. We make the future. Look out! Cat! Progress doesn't belong to one city. I do my own stunts. Heads up!
Enemy rampage.
All out of warnings.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Every second.
Enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
Reversing polarity! Go!
Shut down.
Things aren't gonna improve themselves.
An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Enemy double kill.
I wish I stayed here. I hate being responsible. There are always consequences. Look out!
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Go! Come get me! Don't blink!
Shut down.
Eat powder!
Your turret has been destroyed.
How about you? Back to square 7. Time is not on your side. Every rule needs a break. Go!
Your team has destroyed a turret. Your turret has been destroyed.
Look out! Welcome to Zon!
Unstoppable.
And I'm fighting with teeth. Time doesn't heal all wounds. Patience? What's that? Tomorrow's the last of my worries. Go!
An enemy has been slain.
Look out! Back to going forward.
An ally
Go!
has been slain. An enemy has been slain. Your
Cat!
team has destroyed a turret.
Come get me! Not quitting till it's right. Look out! If there are limits, I haven't found them yet. Go! No one keeps me down. Step right up! Look out! Heads up! Mercy polarity!
Double kill.
Zon is the future. Look out! My past have a way of catching up.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
Think fast!
Killing spree.
Doubt me. I love that. Go! Don't blink!
Has destroyed a turret.
Come get me! Ha! I am here. One more time! Look out!
Rampage.
That worked in another timeline.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Never look back.
Onward!
Go!
You have slain an enemy.
The order is given.
Shut down.
Fool me once, now just rewind.
So many rocks.
Never had luck. Never needed
I don't have all day. Sights unseen.
Let's make them notice. Step right up. Look out! I could make this hurt. Go!
An enemy has been slain. An
Do
enemy
over.
has been slain.
Come get me.
Let me blind.
Ah! Heads up!
You have been slain. Your
The
turret has
order
been
is
destroyed.
given. Very down.
Let's not do that again. Step right up.
An enemy has
Time.
been slain.
We make the future. Look out!
Killing
Progress doesn't belong to one city. Think back! Go! Come get me! Don't blink! I do my own thing. Look out!
An ally has been slain.
Every second matters.
This is but a fragment of
How can I not buy this? One more time. Things aren't gonna improve themselves.
No sin without
Look out!
Rampage.
I hate being responsible.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Go!
Your team
Cat.
has destroyed a turret.
She walked away.
Shut down.
always consequences. Step right up! I
Rock
finished
so
what I
common.
started.
Like them.
Look out!
The order is
Every rule needs a break.
An ally has been slain. Unstoppable.
Time doesn't heal all wounds. Look out! Come get me! Patience? What's that? Tomorrow's the last of my worries.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Step right up! Back to going forward. Look out!
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Shut down.
Second first time for
Your
everything.
inhibitor has been destroyed.
Not quitting till it's right. Come get me!
Double kill.
This is how we say hello in Zon. Made it! Reversing polarity! Think fast! Look out!
Shut down. An enemy has been slain. An ally has been slain.
I must have done
Yeah, that went exactly how I didn't want it to go.
Soldiers, onward!
Step right up! You cannot make me do over!
Double kill.
Don't blink!
Ally has been slain.
I need to rethink a couple things.
Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down. Unstoppable.
If there are limits, I haven't found them yet. No one can say. Look out! Come get me! One more time! Go!
Onward!
Enemy triple kill.
Yeah! The order is given.
An enemy has been slain.
Bury them. Soldiers, onward! Yeah! Ha!
All in! Just my style.
Bury them. Ha!
I'd rather make mistakes.
The order is given.
Look out!
Soldiers, onward! Trust in me!
Your
Zon is the
inhibitor is
future.
respawning soon. A summoner has disconnected.
Come get
Your
me!
inhibitor is respawning soon.
Go! Ha! Casts have a way of catching
You
up.
have slain an enemy.
Catch!
You have been slain. An ally has been slain. Your inhibitor has been destroyed. Your inhibitor has been destroyed.
Yeah! Conquer! The order is given. Kill!
Back to square 7. Let's go hunt some liches?
What?
You have been slain. Your turret has been destroyed.